Welcome to the Hank Cisco Show, ladies and gentlemen. Don't touch that dial. This is one of the most important TV shows that I've interviewed guests, doctors, lawyers, policemen, the whole bit. But I think this one is the most important for your health, your welfare, and something good is happening, okay? Just like when Christopher Columbus discovered America. Well, we got a new hospital that I should say it's a discovery. It's coming up beautiful, okay? So my guest today, and I got top brass here, okay? Now, we got Richard Montalbano, right? Thanks. And you are Vice President, the Project Executive of the Einsteine Healthcare Network, okay? Correct. And we have, over here, is Beth Duffy. When Irish eyes are smiling, okay? Vice President, Einstein Healthcare Network. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a different kind of show because I have here questions that I want answered, okay? I want to let you know that in the very beginning, it was very controversial about the new hospital coming in, and I have a lot of contacts with Montgomery Hospital. I'm a former policeman in Lawrencetown for 24 years, and I drove the emergency wagon. I used the receiving ward, and drownings, killings, and the whole bit, you know. And I've had operations in Montgomery Hospital. So, Montgomery Hospital was, close to my heart. And when I heard about the new hospital coming, they're going to close my hospital down. Well, okay. But, you got to move forward, okay? And I think what we're doing here today, I want these things, and after this show, I'm going to be convinced that this is the best thing that's happened in Montgomery County, maybe in the state of Pennsylvania, maybe in this whole country, okay? We are the county seat, Norristown, and this is only a stone throw from Norristown. So, I don't want to go into asking how many degrees they have. Some people, I waste more time telling how many degrees they have. One guy had so many degrees, they call him kid thermometer. So that is not what we're going to do. Now, we're going to start asking questions. I only got a half hour. And people out there want to know all about it. Okay, who should we start? Ladies and gentlemen. We'll start with the lady first. Okay, now, number one. So I get my glass, ready? Number one. Okay. What are the services that they are available at Einstein?
Well, the new hospital will offer many services. Some of the services are consistent with what Montgomery is currently offering, such as general medicine, general surgery. We will continue to have obstetrics. In addition, we'll be offering a number of new services that will be beneficial to the residents of Montgomery County. We will have advanced cancer care on the campus, both medical oncology.
Well, I'm concerned. I had colon cancer and prostate cancer. I had radiation and the other one to give, So I'm still bobbing. I got 2 hip replacements. So I've been through the mill a little bit here.
Okay.
so I know how important it is to have a hospital. Okay, now we're going to go back because we're going to cut down. Now, construction is slated when going to be done. It's a lot of people go by there, and it slows people down to work, and they have to detour and all. When it's going to be finished?
The construction itself will be finished in the middle of July. That's when the road will be widened, the building will be done. But then it takes us about 2 months to get it ready to see patients. And during that period of time, we'll put all the new equipment in, we'll train our staff and how to work in the new environment, and on September 29th, 2012. September 29th, write that down. September 29th, 2012 at 6 a.m.
6 a.m.? What's going to happen? Who's going to get up in the morning?
Well, not a lot of people but us. That's when the brand new emergency room will open up for service. Oh. And that's when we will start moving the patients from Montgomery Hospital over into the new facility.
Oh, I was with the county detectives at the time when Sacred Heart closed down. Right. And it closed down just like that. And they had about 15 ambulances there, transferring to people, different nursing homes and all. And it was really something. So now this is something different, getting these people out to the other hospital.
Right, this will be a very planned event that Rich and I are working on together.
So September the 29th is going to be the what do they call that, the movement, right?
The patient move day, yes.
Okay, patient move day. Mm-hmm. All right, at 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
Going to have a helicopter look over and film it?
No, but we'll have a lot of ambulances.
Oh, that'll be inside. Okay. All right, now, how about what kind of services also? The drive-by or regular basic. What's that about? You got here, for those who do not drive by on regular basis, where's Einstein Center located? Well, we know it's on Germantown Pike.
It's on Germantown Pike. It's in between North Wales and Whitehall Road.
Right.
Germantown Pike itself in that area is currently only 2 lanes wide, but as you know, because you've been driving by, it's being widened to 5 lanes.
Right.
And so it'll be 2 lanes east, 2 lanes west with a center turn lane, and all of that will be done by the end of the summer.
You know, my wife has Alzheimer's, so I have a volunteer lady that comes, you know, and she lives on Germantown Pike area, so she has to detour all the way around. So I said, don't go detouring around, just wait there. There's a policeman there to get him. You'll save time. Otherwise, going around this way, you'll wind up 4 points off the Chinese Navy. Now, all right, now, will be any public events?
The month of September is going to be devoted to a wide variety of public events. We want everybody to see our new facility, because when you think about it, how often do you get to go into brand new operating rooms? How often do you get to go into rooms where women will deliver? So we want the public to see all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes.
Good.
So there's going to be tours for the public, there's going to be tours for the ambulance squads, there'll be tours for everybody that wants to see it, along with the grand opening, the ribbon cutting. All of that will go on during September.
That's great. I said, informed nation's a peaceful nation, it's a healthy nation too. All right, now, on last St. Patrick's Day, I was operated on in Lacanau. They put a pacemaker. This one wasn't working right, so they changed it, put it over here. And I want to know, and after I got the operation, they put me in a recovery room, and I'm like this, you know, and all of a sudden I'm quiet, lullaby and good night, music. I thought it was in heaven. What am I listening to this music, you know? And finally the nurse comes, you know, and I was scared. I said, you know, what music? She says, oh no. He says, every time a child is born, they play lullaby. Are you going to play music every time a baby's? Now, that's another thing. You're going to deliver babies there?
Yeah.
Yes, we are. We're going to continue with our obstetric service.
Ladies and gentlemen, you hear that? You're going to have babies? Go there.
And in addition,
Or just females.
one of the new services we're going to offer is a level 3 neonatal intensive care unit, which is something that Montgomery currently doesn't have for the very tiniest of patients.
I'm going to run around on these. What do you have to offer that Montgomery Hospital don't have to offer? Because we're talking about advance. What are some of the key things? Bounce it back.
So advanced cancer care, I was talking a little bit about that before. Surgical subspecialties such as bariatric surgery, which is weight loss surgery, vascular surgery, cardiac and thoracic surgery, open heart surgery.
You're going to have open heart there?
Yes, we are.
They don't have to go to Philadelphia?
They do not have to go to Philadelphia.
You know, it gets me, these people that say, oh, I got to go to Philadelphia, you know. It's a building in Philadelphia, but the doctors go to the same schools and get the same training. So it's the doctors, not the building, right? So name some of the doctors you have. I know my doctor is Dr. Blasco, okay? And I got Rubenstein, I had about 5 or 6 doctors for this, for that, and the other thing. So it's good. But I understand a lot of physicians are moving back that moved away. When Montgomery Hospitals start going down a little bit, I would call it down, you know, and doctors were moving away. But I understand now they're moving back. Is that true?
Well,
Tell me about that.
One of the reasons that the hospital is where it is if you look at the people who live in central Montgomery County right now, give or take around 2/3 of them, if they need to go to the hospital, they go someplace else than their local facility. They go downtown to Philadelphia. They go someplace else for whatever reason. A part of that is going to be solved by the placement of this high-tech, brand new digital hospital locally with advanced services. But beyond that, the whole facility was built around the patient. Every room is private. You mentioned being in a recovery room. Lots of times in hospitals, recovery rooms, you just pull a drape around somebody. Every room, the neonatal intensive care rooms, the recovery rooms, the prep areas, everything is private so that the patient is going to have a terrific experience in a hospital that has high technology in the operating rooms, but all the privacy that's associated with being alone in a room instead of getting a roommate while you're in a hospital.
Yeah, come to think of it, when I was in a recovery room, I was like in a stall over there, and they had the curtains, you know, and next thing you know, I was there. I'm in Philadelphia, right? We're outside of Philly, and all of a sudden, a guy opened the curtain and says, "Hey, Hank," and I'm half, you know, waking up. I'm saying I didn't have the privacy, you know.
Right. It's not
You're
the
right.
time to make new friends.
That's another point. All right, another point. Give me another point.
All of the rooms are private. What does that mean? That means, first of all, in each room will be a sleeper sofa so that the family will be able to stay with the patient. When you're in a multiple bedded room, it's really hard to have people stay overnight with their loved one because there isn't the space for it. So every one of our private rooms has a sleeper sofa in it
My God,
so
that's
that the
great.
family can stay over.
You're convincing me.
I want you to come.
I want to hurry up and get sick. No.
The other thing is that in multiple bedded rooms, you can't always bring services to the patient because the other patient's in the room. Now we can actually bring services to the patient. We can do more procedures in the room. We can do rehabilitation in the room without having to move the patient around because we have a private surrounding in order to do that. So it's a very different patient experience.
Right.
And the rooms are very large, so it accommodates those kinds of things. You know, bringing equipment to the patient, the room can accommodate that.
Right. When I was a police officer in Norristown, I drove the emergency wagon, okay? And then we had a sign out in front of Sacred Heart Hospital and Montgomery Hospital. I was also a safety officer. I was in charge of the crossing guard, safety patrol, meter maids, and the whole bit, you know. And I saw a sign. I was at a conference out in California someplace, and I saw a big sign outside this hospital that says, "Please drive carefully. We need our beds for the sick." I thought that was a pretty good idea, you know, and that's true. You want your hospital for your sick. You're going to want these screwballs going around driving, hitting trees and everything, and then you know, taking up somebody's space. In the hospital, it's wants to recover. Am I right?
That's right.
Right. Okay. Maybe you can put that sign up there. All right. Now, come back to you. Now, delivery the baby. Tell me something about that.
Well, our obstetric services will include 20 beds that are planned for women who have either had babies or are waiting to have a baby. Sometimes women develop complications prior to having the baby, and that's called antepartum. So we'll have 20 beds for the women to stay in. A well baby nursery, where once baby's born, the baby can stay there. We've talked about the neonatal intensive care unit for babies who require a higher level of care. We will have 4 delivery rooms and 2 C-section rooms. We're very proud to be offering obstetric services because, as you've referenced before, it's a real need in this community. Many of the programs that used to offer obstetric services have closed down, and we are going to be continuing that.
But we want everybody to come and see our labor delivery recovery rooms because they are beautiful. They are huge. It's meant for mom to labor, deliver, and recover in the same room. They have wood-like finishes. It looks like something you'd see at home. All of the medical stuff that we need is hidden in the wall, so it looks like a very home-like environment. And they all have a magnificent view overlooking the farm park. So they're really a special room. Everybody should come on the tour.
Well, that's one thing. You're welcome to come back on my show anytime to bring some physician that talked about special hip replacements or cancer. So I think it's great that we want to keep the people informed, and I think that's important. Now, how about parking? What's the scoop on parking?
Lots of it.
Is it free?
Yes, free parking.
She's in charge of parking.
Tell me about the parking.
Free parking. We will offer valet parking for patients who prefer to be dropped off right up front. There will be a fee for that. We haven't set it yet.
Yeah.
But regular parking will all be free.
In other words, if you're in good shape, you can walk.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that makes sense.
And as Rich said, there's plenty of spaces.
Right.
There's 1,200 parking spaces on the site.
1,200.
1,200. There's 250 on the south side of the hospital, which is the side near Germantown Pike. There's another 45 that are specifically designated for the emergency room. So if you were to drive up and walk into the emergency department, there's special parking just for that. And then the balance of the spaces are on the north side, or what some people refer to as the back side of the hospital. Remember, this is a hospital, a brand new 363,000 square foot hospital, but attached to it is a brand new 2-story, 75,000 square foot medical office building, where many patients will come for the services of the medical office building, as well as the services of the hospital.
The doctor's office, right?
That's correct.
For follow-up. Yeah, that's when I had the pacemaker. Then I had to go back, and there's a building next to like and all that, but it's really very crowded, parking, and I mean, you had to be like Columbus, try to discover the place, the parking over, parking B, C, B, I wind up, whatever.